Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about note making, what note making is and how we make it. This question comes differently in a section 1. It is not related with literature. We do practice with literature chapters, but it is not concerned with literature. Let me discuss what note making is. Let me introduce note making to you. Students, we have to study many books to gain knowledge. You have to read long answers. You may find it a bit difficult to keep them all in your memory. You need a brief summary of these. The long lectures delivered by the teachers are very useful. You cannot note them all the things so quickly, so you want to make notes. These skills of study are known as note making. Let me explain in other words. When we study something from book or somewhere else, we just want to pen down the main points to take it as a remembrance. And when we go for exams or something else, we just don't go for the thorough reading of the chapters, but we took out those notes and we study, and the study of those notes give us a clear summary or the explanation of the chapter, what the chapter was all related to. This note making is the same thing. When we read a comprehension, we don't have to read the same comprehension again and again, and that is the way that we go for note making. We make notes from that comprehension, and if we want somebody to read the comprehension, instead we provide the notes to them. Why we make notes? To have a record of the speaker's or the writer's main idea, not to take down or copy every word, to help one's memory when revising, for example, before an examination, to make the speaker's or the writer's views a part of your knowledge. We make notes, again I would like to repeat, when we don't want to read the same chapter again and again, we just take out the main words or the main points of that chapter, we write somewhere else, and when we have to go through again that chapter, we go through the notes we have written earlier, and that gives a very little bit of glimpse to that chapter. How to make notes from a test? Step 1. Survey the passage or test. That means we have to go through the passage or the comprehension which is given to us. Read the test with the bird's eye view so that you can quickly find out what the passage is all about and what the writer's main ideas are. But remember that it should be done quickly. Step 1 is, when we have a comprehension in our hand and we have to make the note making of that comprehension, we go through that comprehension in a bit of time and we just want to underline the main ideas. We just want to have the idea what the writer wants to say. The step 2 is, read the test again, read the test quickly, make notes of main ideas. You can underline the main points or you can write them in your notebook. The step 2 is, when we read the passage second time, we just underline the important words which we think that we can use in our note making, and from those words one can have the idea what the passage is all about or what the paragraph is all about. The step 3 is, write in a form. Main point is this: we have to make notes. Under the note making is something different, and what we write in our notebooks for personal use, that is totally different. There is a proper format for writing the note making. If you write the main points in your notebook, put them down in a way that relates them to one another. You can put the information in the form of a diagram, or they are easier to remember. You may use a list also. When we make our notes, we have to write the words or the notes in that sort of pattern that one can relate those words to together. They can relate it together and they can make a passage altogether, and one can have the idea that what the passage or the paragraph is all about. And we have to make it in a very proper format so it can be considered as note making. Okay, when we make the notes, we have to make the headings and the subheadings. according to the paragraphs given. If it is 3 paragraphs, we have to make the 3 main headings and the subheadings. If we have 5 paragraphs, we have to make the 5. If one paragraph is small, we can just join that paragraph into the already given above paragraph. After making the notes, there is a main point, key to the abbreviations. Using of the abbreviations, I have given the heading here. While taking notes, you should use abbreviations. It saves time and space. You can use the accepted abbreviations such as UN, UNO, etc., and you can make your own abbreviations also. This is called key to abbreviations. The words we have written as a abbreviation in the passage, we give that key after making the passage under, so that the teacher or anybody else who reads it, he can understand what we have written in the short form. Known abbreviations are given, like they can be Latin symbols, they can be acronyms, they can be mathematical symbols, the positive, negative, it can be anything. That can be the shorter forms also as we write it, government, exams, examinations, university, we can use it and we use it frequently. Then we can make our own abbreviations. If you cannot find those words, you don't have to learn, the students don't have to learn this, you can make your own abbreviations also. If I don't find any word in the passage which have their abbreviations which I can use or which I have learned, I can use them. No, if you don't get those words, you can make your own abbreviations, like by writing first few letters or the last letter. Example, I have given the engineer, I have written ENGR. It is not the accepted abbreviation, nobody uses, but I have used it. Then the association is given, might be somebody else association in some shorter form another, but I have written ASSN. That is my made, I have made this abbreviation, right? Then by writing first or the last letter, like we frequently we use it, Mr. and Doctor, these kinds of. By dropping all or most of the vowels, like for teacher, then the student, then the learner, these words people don't use it, but we can use it as an abbreviation in a note making and it is accepted. You will be given marks for this. Then by using phonetic symbols, right? If you know phonetics, you can use that also. The basic thing which we have to keep in our mind while writing is we have to use the standard or the widely accepted abbreviations. Most of the time if you use useless abbreviations just to have the marks, that is not accepted. You have to have the used, very much used, or the standardized abbreviation in your note making. Now is the procedure of writing note making. First is read the test for an overall idea. Then we give the heading. Then we have to reread the passage for important points. That will be the subheading. Then we have to jot down the supporting points, the main points which we can underline, and that comes under subpoints. Arrange that points in a sequence and we make a draft. The procedure is, first we read the passage because the heading is not given, and heading we have to give because whenever we read a fiction, whenever we read a story or anything else, everything has their name. Every passage, every story, every comprehension has to have its name, and we have to provide the heading. Without heading, it is not accepted. First is the heading. The second time when we read the passage, that is to underline the important words, important passage or the phrases, that comes under subheading. And then we have to jot down those supporting words under subpoints and we arrange it. In the next slide, I'll show you how to make it. Okay, this is the note making format which we have to follow, because we cannot make the note making in a running hand. We have to follow this format, otherwise it is wrong. First is the heading for whole of the comprehension which we have read, and then we have the heading. Then heading can be written at the last after making all these, because we have the heading after reading the full passage. The first, how many paragraphs you have, the subheadings comes under. If you have 3 paragraphs, you have 3 subheadings. If you have 4 paragraphs, you have 4 subheadings. And if the 4th paragraph is shortened, like it is of 4 to 6 lines, we can join that paragraph into the 3rd paragraph given. And every paragraph have the subheading. And under those subheadings, we give the main words which we have underlined under a comprehension. That comes under 1.1, one word, 1.2, 0.2, and then we can make it 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Latest by make just 5 to 6 points under one subheading, and then again the passage 2 subheading, then 2.1, it will be the second passage, that is the reason that is 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, then 2.4, 2.5. Again the third paragraph, it will be having its subheading, and then the third passage will be marked as 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. It is like that. This is only the headings and the subheadings. I'll let you know how to make the key to abbreviations and the summary also, and I'll let you know about the marking scheme also. Now read the following passage and make notes. Write them in the notes using headings, points, everything. Now I am giving you 2 minutes to read this passage and underline the main words if you find any, and try to note them and note down in your notebook also. I'll let you know how we can do it in another slide. I hope you have read the passage given to you and able to underline main words. In this slide, I'm going to discuss how we make the notes. I have given 2 paragraphs, that means we'll have 2 subheadings. First is, there are many different kinds of musical instruments. That means it is indicated that this passage is going to talk about musical instruments. That means we can have the heading of this full passage as musical instruments. Now, they are divided into 3 main classes according to the way they are played. Now, we are talking about the 3 main classes. That means this paragraph only is going to talk about kinds of in musical instruments, kind of classes which they are played under. For example, some instruments are played by blowing air into them. Blowing air is one category, it can become under. Then these are called wind instruments. That means blowing air defines wind instruments. The next is, in some of these the air is made to vibrate inside a wooden tube, and these are said to be the woodwind family. Then how the wind instruments work? They are like air is vibrated into them. The next is, the examples of this family are the flute, the clarinet and the bassoon. That means we have talked about wind instrument, how they are used and what is the category of it. Then other instruments are made of brass. Again, the first category was wind instrument, the another is how they are made. Brass, the trump and the horn are the examples under it. Now next is, there are also various other wind instruments such as mouth organ and the bagpipes. Now come again, First passage is talking about the musical instruments. They are divided into three main classes. First is the blowing air, wind instrument, then air is vibrated inside it. Then the examples, the flute, the clarinet and the bassoon. How they are made? They are made of brass, trumpet and horn. The first passage is done. Moving to the second paragraph. This is going to talk about how they are being played. Then the subheading can be how to play. Some instruments are played by banging or striking them. One obvious example is the drum, of which there are various kinds. Instruments like this are called percussion instruments. That means how to play the blowing, the banging or the striking, they are called percussion instruments. Then the last big group of instruments are the one which have strings. String is another main word, we can underline this. Then there are two main kinds of stringed instruments, those in which the music is made by plucking the strings. That means plucking the strings. They are used under the group of strings, and how they are used by plucking the strings. And then those where the player draws a bow across the strings, then again this comes under bow across the strings. Example of the former example is this, the harp and the guitar, and that of the latter are violin and the cello. That means we have underlined some of the main words. By reading these words, when we write these words under note making, by reading these words one can have an idea what the passage was all about. The passage was about the musical instruments, the instruments which creates music. It can easily be understood by anyone who reads a notes. This is what the note making is. This is how we make the notes. Now this is the solution of the given passage, how to make the exact note making. First I have given the heading that comprises of 1 marks, musical instruments. Then I am talking about the subheading. First is kinds of musical instruments. This is my first paragraph under 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. And if I have to linger on with third stringed instruments and I have to talk about the category of it, then it will move to 1.3.1, 1.3.2. Then the second passage, that is how to play these instruments. Then I am talking about 2.1, 2.2. Last, I have given the key to abbreviation. You can see I have used some abbreviations, and in these abbreviations I have missed the vowels. Then I have given that key to abbreviation. You have to write like this: instrument, the full form of instrument; plucking, the full form of plucking also; string and striking. 1 marks for the heading, 3 marks for the subheadings and the points under it, 1 marks for the key to abbreviation. Now this is the summary. Summary means the comprehension or the passage which is given to us for making notes, the points and the sub points. Summary is the another part. Summary is the whole summary, a gist of the passage given to us. There are two questions in the note making. First is the make notes of the given comprehension or the passage, and the second question is give the summary of the given passage, but they never ask for the title. Every time students keep in mind that the headings and the subheadings have a different heading and the summary has a different title. They should not be the same, they should be different all the time. Summary is the gist of that passage. By summary, we can have an idea what the passage is all about. I have given the summary of the passage which we have read earlier. The summary is, there are many different kinds of musical instruments. They are divided into 3 main classes. The classes are given, and how to play it: by blowing air, banging, striking, plucking the strings and banging or striking. Students, the note making is of 8 marks. 5 marks is for the headings and the subheadings. The next is 3 marks is for the summary. 5 marks is divided accordingly. 1 marks for the heading which we give, the 3 marks for the subheadings and the points, and 1 marks for the key to abbreviation which we have used. Minimum key to abbreviation should be 4, maximum it can be 7 to 8, not more than that. This is of 5 marks. It's very easy to have these 5 marks. And the 3 marks is for the summary. How we divide 3 marks is 1 marks for the title which we give for the paragraph, and 2 marks for the summary which we give. And it's very easy to acquire these 8 marks. Please keep it in mind. I hope students you were able to understand note making. If you have any doubts, you can ask anytime. Thank you so much.